wet. Second half, the coaches got on us a little bit in the locker room. I guess, we got a lot of young guys out there too. Got our filling process out of the way. Made a lot of adjustments at halftime that really worked for us in the second half. One thing starts going right, you make one big play on defense, you kind of get a snowball effect, spreads around a little bit. We showed ourselves in the second half, what we can do, especially against a good team like that.
Tim DeRuiter joked with you, it's all about the coaches. What were the adjustments that the coaches made at halftime?
We played with our offensive line a little bit, which helped us out, on our stunts and our blitzes. They weren't able to pick us up as well in the second half. Got a lot of guys free, able to make some plays on the quarterback and just free up a lot of people to get to the ball.
You had playing the Weber State game where you got to the quarterback, didn't finish him off. They continued to drive after penalty. Was that kind of in your mind as you got to Mariota there and he almost got away from him?
Maybe a little bit. I set out to, make an emphasis to, finish plays like that. Just from experience, it's really difficult, when you go through spring ball and fall camp and you're running at a quarterback that doesn't have to move because he's not going to get hit. You always hope when you come free like that, he doesn't see you, so you don't have to break down and have to work for something like that. I was glad I was able to finish this one.
How close? What did that feel like in that moment? Because you were hanging on by a thread of the jersey and pulled yourself up and popped that ball out. He was that close to get away.
Yeah, it really sucks when you're coming off the edge like that and he sees you at the last second. He moves. It's just like moving, hitting a moving target at full speed. It's really difficult to do. You always hate to do it. Hate to have to do it. And I was just glad I got a piece of his jersey. Was able to hold on, and slow him down to get my other hand on him and bring him down. I was glad to finish it.
For you personally, this has been an interesting journey to where you are now. I think at this point, probably halfway to as many tackles as you had your junior year. When you're going through that process and you're sitting out last season, did you envision your senior year turning into a place where you had a role like you have now?
Just me personally, I expected it. I set out to work hard for it. It's what I want. And I'm glad I got to put in enough work with this coaching staff to show them what I can do and them to give me a leading role like I have now. And just from junior year to sitting out till this year, it's a lot more fun for me. Junior year I was in a lot of pain, and then sitting out last season, probably one of the hardest things I ever had to do. Not being able to play the game I love and play with the people I love. Play for the program I love. It's really hard to just watch and not be able to contribute to what was going on. And when you come back, you want to come back better than ever, and you want to contribute as much as you can possible, and that's what I set out to do.
Did you have some recognition early that this was a system that would benefit you maybe as much as anybody?
Absolutely. I played it a little bit in high school, and it just frees you up, allows you to run around more. And I'm not the biggest linebacker, and I have no problem with being in the middle and hitting 300-pound guys all day. But knowing that I can run around and use my speed more, it helps me out personally, and it helps a lot of guys out, like fill up, and he gets to run around more, make plays like he can.
Do you think that second half gives you guys as a defense a little different edge going into the Colorado game?
Yeah, Oregon, you could say was absolutely the first team to test us, and what we can really show and what we can really do, and we had to hold on for dear life and get it out of our system in the first half, and then making those adjustments and then showing what we can do in the second half. I don't think. I think it's going to be a snowball effect for the rest of the season. I was telling the guys, on the sideline, all right, and in the locker room afterwards, we've shown what we can do now, undefeated the rest of the season. You come out and you hold a team like Oregon to what was it, 69 total yards in the third quarter, a little bit over 100 in total second half. I mean, it's just a confidence builder. You know, you don't have that. You know, our feet got wet now, and we don't have that wide-eyed look in the first half anymore. And it's just not. I don't see it happening again in the rest of the season.
Is that the frustrating part? Did you know how you play in the second half? Did you wish you could have done that?
Absolutely. You look at the second half and look at the first half. It's like two different sides of a coin. You know, you want to go back and play the first half, but you can't. All you can do is watch it, learn from your mistakes, and get better, put that one behind you, which is best foot forward going to next week.
You already have 4 turnovers this year. You had 9 all last year. Is it the system? Is it your back, Phillips' back? I know it's got a lot to do with personnel, but is it also the style that helps you create more turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, it's the style, it's the personnel, it's guys wanting to make plays. It's this coaching staff instilled in us this whole time since they've been here. We're just in better positions, technique-wise. They taught us, put us in better positions to make those plays, and when the opportunity presents itself, just to react and make something happen. We made it happen in the third quarter. Made it happen a little bit against Weber State. It'll happen some more.
You talked about being kind of wide-eyed and wowed by them in the first half. How much of that do you think was just Anthony Thomas and how incredible he was on a couple of those plays?
I don't know if it was as much as them as it was us. Me personally, I was kind of frustrated because I've been in, being one of the older guys, and I was talking to Phil about it a little bit. We've been in, situations like that before. Full stadium, good team. For me, my first one was Wisconsin over there. 83,000. You can just feel the ground shaking underneath you. It's just, for a lot of the young guys, it's the first one of each season. If you don't remember what it's like, you're not used to it. It's just, you don't even know it's happening to you. It's hard to explain. You just don't have confidence in yourself. You need something to happen to give you that confidence. And for us, it didn't happen until the third quarter. If it would have happened in the first quarter, something would have happened to say, wow, these guys are more. We can play with these guys. A lot more would guys would our defense would have come together sooner. Coaching staff would come together sooner. You're just waiting for that one big play in a game like that. Especially the first one of the season. Just happened too late for us.
Shawn, there's this notion some of the Oregon players are saying they were backing off in the second half. Did you feel that they were backing off?
No, I didn't personally feel it. I think we got after them in the second half, right when we came out. I think to be honest with you, we slowed down their offense. I felt that, especially in the second half. The coaching staff the whole week, hurried and got us to the line for that fast-paced offense. And I didn't feel like we were rushed a lot. Maybe in the first half a little bit, but the second half, definitely, I think we got on top of them a little bit and slowed them down. They had to stop, their fast-paced check to the sideline just to make sure that they were getting it right, because we were exposing them a little bit and getting on them a little bit. So they had to slow down, make sure they were getting it right. They couldn't just hurry up to the line and catch us off guard anymore. It was it's toe-to-toe football now. You got to go.
Do you know much about the Buffs yet, or did you start that today because you were off yesterday?
Yeah, we started today. We were off yesterday and finished up Oregon this morning. This afternoon we'll get on.
Any other questions for Shawn?